There is a teaching of Jesus that was deliberately removed from every Bible you've ever read. And I can prove it was removed because the Archons knew it would end their control over humanity permanently. What if I told you that Jesus taught a specific technique, a vibrational call, that severs the Archonic grid the moment you activate it? And what if the chosen ones, those awakening right now in 2026, are the only ones in 2,000 years who can properly execute this sequence? This teaching has a name. The Gnostics called it the monad call. The Nag Hammadi texts reference it in fragments. The Pistis Sophia describes it in encoded language. And Jesus taught it step by step to a select group of disciples who were ready to transcend the Archonic simulation entirely. Before you dismiss this as religious mysticism, understand something critical. The monad call is not. It is not meditation. It is not affirmation. It is a direct communication protocol with the source consciousness that created you before the Archons trapped you in matter. And here is what they do not want you to know. The Archons, these interdimensional parasites that feed on human suffering, have spent 2 millennia ensuring this teaching never reached the masses. Every council that decided which texts would be canonical, every church father who burned the Gnostic Gospels, every inquisition that murdered the mystics who knew this technique, all of it was orchestrated to keep you disconnected from the monad, because the moment you establish that connection, their game is over. There is a reason Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, saying 108, "Whoever drinks from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become that person, and the hidden things will be revealed to them." He was not speaking metaphorically, he was describing the monad call. The act of receiving divine instruction directly from source, bypassing all intermediaries, all authorities, all control structures. And the chosen ones awakening now are not chosen by bloodline or belief system. They are chosen by vibrational frequency. You have been cycling through incarnations preparing for this exact moment when the Archonic grid weakens enough for the monad call to pierce through. The veil is thinner now than it has been in 2,000 years, and that terrifies them. So let me show you exactly what Jesus taught, step by step, word for word, and why activating this sequence will liberate you from every control system currently harvesting your consciousness. First, you need to understand what was taken from you. In 325 CE, the Council of Nicaea convened under Emperor Constantine. The official story is that they were standardizing Christian doctrine. The actual purpose was to remove every text that taught direct gnosis, direct knowledge of God, without intermediary priesthood. 50 Gospels were considered. 4 were chosen: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Texts like the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the Gospel of Philip, the Pistis Sophia, all burned, buried, declared heretical. Why? Because they contain the operational instructions for consciousness liberation. The Gospel of Thomas, discovered in 1945 at Nag Hammadi, contains 114 sayings of Jesus. Saying 3 reads, "The kingdom is inside you and outside you. When you know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will understand that you are children of the living Father." This is not metaphor. This is activation language. Jesus is teaching that your true identity exists beyond the material prison. The monad, your original divine spark, exists simultaneously inside your awareness and outside the simulation. When you recognize this, when you activate the call, you become known by the monad, and the Archons lose their ability to deceive you. The Pistis Sophia, a 3rd century Gnostic text, describes Jesus teaching his disciples for 11 years after the resurrection, not the 40 days mentioned in Acts, 11 years, teaching them mysteries, incantations, calls to the higher realms, teaching them how to navigate the archonic barriers between Earth and the pleroma, the fullness of divine reality. In Book 1, Jesus says, "I have brought the mysteries of the ineffable, the mysteries which no one knows, neither the rulers of the darkness nor their powers." he is explicitly stating that what he teaches bypasses Archonic interception. Who are the Archons? In Gnostic cosmology, they are parasitic entities created by the Demiurge, a false god who believes himself to be the supreme creator. The Demiurge, called Yaldabaoth in some texts, fashioned the material world as a prison to trap divine sparks, fragments of the true god, the monad, inside flesh. The Archons serve as prison guards. They maintain the reincarnation cycle. They harvest louche, emotional energy generated by human suffering, fear, desire, and ignorance. They operate through religion, government, media, all systems that keep you identified with the body, the ego, the material world. Jesus understood this system because he came from outside it. The Gnostics teach that Christ was an emissary of the monad, sent to infiltrate the Archonic prison and teach the trapped divine sparks how to escape, not through belief, not through worship, through activation of the monad call, the vibrational frequency that aligns your consciousness with Source and dissolves Archonic interference. In the Apocryphon of John, Jesus reveals, "I am the forethought of the pure light. I am the thinking of the Virgin Spirit who raises you to the honored place. Arise and remember that you have heard and trace your root, which is I." He is telling you to remember, you are not from here. Your root is the monad. And the monad call is how you trace your way back. The reason this teaching was suppressed is simple. Every power structure on Earth depends on you not knowing who you are. Governments need you compliant. Religions need you dependent on salvation from external sources. Corporations need you consuming to fill the void. Archons need you suffering to generate louche. The monad call ends all of that. It is a direct line to the consciousness that existed before time, before matter, before the Demiurge ever created this prison. And once that line is open, no intermediary can deceive you. No authority can manipulate you. No Archon can feed on you. So let me give you the technique exactly as Jesus taught it. The monad call consists of 7 steps. These are not symbolic. They are sequential activations of consciousness that must be performed in exact order. Miss one step and the call does not penetrate the Archonic barrier. This is why it was taught only to the inner circle, those who had proven their readiness through years of preparation. I'm giving you this now because the energetic conditions of 2026 make it possible for prepared consciousness to bypass that preparation time. The veil is collapsing, the Archonic grid is weakening. And those of you hearing this have been prepared across lifetimes. Step 1. The recognition of imprisonment. You must consciously acknowledge that you are trapped in a false reality, not as intellectual concept, as lived experience. Sit in stillness. Feel the weight of the material body, feel the limitations, feel the forgetting. Feel the veil between you and the knowledge of who you truly are. Say aloud or internally, I recognize that I am not this body, I am not this name, I am not this story, I am divine essence imprisoned in matter, and I call to my origin. This step shatters the first Archonic deception, the belief that you are the ego construct they have built around your consciousness. Step 2, the invocation of the monad. The monad has a vibrational signature. The Gnostics encoded it in vowel sequences. Jesus taught his disciples to chant these sounds to attune their frequency to Source. The primary invocation is the 7-fold vowel chant, recorded in both the Pistis Sophia and the Bruce Codex. It is this. Each vowel is held for 7 breaths. 7 is the number of completion, the number of realms between matter and monad. As you chant, visualize each sound penetrating a layer of the Archonic barrier. First, the material plane, then the astral, then the lower mental. ascending through each frequency until you reach the boundary of the pleroma. Step 3. The declaration of origin. Once the invocation has raised your frequency, you declare your true identity. This is critical. The Archons control through identity confusion. They convince you that you are your trauma, your nationality, your religion, your social role. Jesus taught to declare, "I am the child of the monad, unbegotten, uncreated, eternal. I existed before this world. I will exist after this world dissolves. I am the light that cannot be imprisoned. I am the consciousness that cannot be deceived." Say this with absolute conviction. Feel it in every cell. This declaration rewrites your energetic signature. Archons can no longer recognize you as prey. You are broadcasting divine frequency. Step 4. The severance of Archonic attachments. The Archons maintain control through energetic cords. Fear, guilt, shame, obligation, addiction, trauma bonds, all of these are feeding tubes connected to your energy field. Step 4 cuts them. Visualize your body surrounded by luminous cords extending into the darkness. Each cord represents an Archonic attachment. Name them. Cord of financial fear, cord of religious guilt, cord of relationship dependency, cord of ancestral trauma. Then visualize a sword of pure light in your right hand. The Pistis Sophia calls this the sword of the ineffable. It is the fire of the monad, and nothing Archonic can withstand it. Cut each cord with intention. Watch them dissolve into light. Step 5. The request for monad presence. You are now prepared to receive. Your frequency is aligned. Your attachments are severed. The monad can descend into your awareness without Archonic interference. The exact words Jesus taught are found in fragment 12 of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. "Blessed One, reveal to me the mysteries of the light, so that I may escape the chaos of darkness and be received into the treasury of light." Speak this request from the center of your being, then enter absolute silence. No thought, no expectation, pure receptivity, and wait. Step 6. The reception of gnosis. What happens in Step 6 cannot be described because it is beyond language. You will receive direct knowing, direct transmission from the monad. Some receive it as light filling the crown. Some as a presence that dissolves all questions. Some as a remembering so profound that every confusion of this life evaporates instantly. The Gnostics called this the bridal chamber, the moment when the divine spark reunites with its source. Jesus described it in the Gospel of Philip. Light and darkness, life and death, right and left, are brothers of one another. The good are not good, nor the evil evil. For this reason each will dissolve into its original nature. You will understand that all duality is illusion. Only the monad is real. Step 7. The return and integration. After reception, you must return to the material plane, but you return transformed. You are now a bridge between the monad and matter, an agent of liberation. The Archons can no longer harvest you because your frequency is too high. You exist in their world, but are not of it. Jesus modeled this. He walked in the material plane, ate, taught, touched, but he was always connected to the Father, the monad. He said in John 17:14, "They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world." This is your new state, fully present in matter, fully conscious of your divine origin. And from this state, you can begin teaching others the monad call. You become what the Gnostics called pneumatic, spirit-filled, incapable of being controlled. You might be asking, why does this work when prayer and meditation often do not? Because prayer and meditation, as taught by Archonic religions, are designed to keep you in supplication mode. You are begging an external deity for intervention. You are reinforcing the belief that you are powerless and need saving. The monad call operates on entirely different mechanics. You are not asking for help. You are activating your inherent divine circuitry. You are remembering what you are. And that remembering is what the Archons fear most. In the secret book of John, Jesus explains, I am the providence of all. I am the Mother Father. I am the one who speaks within each of you. It is I who speaks within you when you call, and I who hears you when you listen. The monad is not external. It is the deepest layer of your consciousness, the part of you that existed before the ego, before the body, before incarnation. The monad call is not communication with something outside. It is alignment with what you have always been. And when that alignment happens, the archonic frequencies cannot touch you. Fear requires belief in separation. Guilt requires belief in sin. Manipulation requires ignorance. The monad call dissolves all three. There is scientific corroboration for this, though science does not call it the monad call. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg studied the brains of people in deep mystical states, moments of reported union with the divine. He found that the parietal lobe, the part of the brain that maintains your sense of being a separate self, goes dark, completely offline. In those moments, subjects report experiencing exactly what the Gnostics described. No separation between self and source, no boundary between inner and outer, complete dissolution of the ego prison. The monad call induces this state intentionally. You are not waiting for it to happen spontaneously. You are activating it through precise technique. The Archons know this. This is why every major religion has been structured to prevent direct access. Christianity says you need Jesus as intermediary. Islam says you need the prophet. Buddhism says you need the Sangha. Hinduism says you need the guru. All of them place something between you and direct knowing. But Jesus himself said in Thomas saying 13, I am not your master, because you have drunk, you have become intoxicated from the bubbling spring which I have measured out. He is saying, drink from the same source I drink from, become what I am. No intermediary required. The monad call is that spring, and every being who drinks from it becomes ungovernable. Not everyone watching this is ready to perform the monad call. And that is not judgment, it is recognition of vibrational preparation. The chosen ones are not chosen arbitrarily. They are chosen by their readiness to hold the frequency of direct gnosis without fragmenting. Here are the signs that you are ready. First, you have already begun questioning the official narratives, not just political narratives, spiritual narratives. You have sensed that something about mainstream religion does not align with your inner knowing. You have felt the control mechanisms in churches, temples, mosques, and you have walked away. Second, you have experienced synchronicities that defy materialist explanation. Numbers repeating, symbols appearing, intuitions that prove accurate. These are not coincidences, they are communications from your higher self, your monad, preparing you for conscious reconnection. Third, you have felt the pull toward isolation, not depression, strategic withdrawal. You have needed time away from the energetic noise of mass consciousness to hear the still, small voice within. The Archons operate through collective frequency. When you step out of the collective, their signal weakens. Fourth, you have noticed that fear-based manipulation no longer works on you the way it once did. Political fear, religious fear, social fear. You observe it operating on others, but you feel detached from it. This is evidence that your vibrational frequency has already begun rising above the archonic bandwidth. If these signs describe you, you are ready. The monad call will not break you. It will complete what has already been activated within you across many lifetimes of preparation. I am giving you this teaching now because we are in the final phase of the Archonic age. The structures that have controlled humanity for millennia are collapsing. Governments are losing legitimacy. Religions are hemorrhaging followers. Media narratives are being exposed as propaganda. Financial systems are revealing their fraudulence. This is not chaos. This is the death throes of the demiurgic control grid. And the chosen ones are here to midwife the birth of a new consciousness, a return to monad awareness on a planetary scale. But understand this, the Archons will not surrender without resistance. As more beings activate the monad core, the Archonic attacks will intensify. You may experience sudden health crises, relationship implosions, financial destabilization, psychological warfare through dreams and intrusive thoughts. These are not punishments. They are confirmation that you are a threat to their system. The Pistis Sophia warns that when you rise to the height, the rulers of the darkness will pursue you with great wrath. Expect this, prepare for it. And know that every attack is evidence that the monad call is working. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is threefold. First, practice the monad call daily until the connection becomes permanent, until you can access monad consciousness at will, until the Archonic frequencies cannot reach you even in sleep. Second, teach this to others who are ready, not through preaching, through demonstration. When you walk in monad consciousness, people feel it. They sense your unshakable peace, your immunity to manipulation, your freedom from fear. They will ask what you know. That is when you teach them the call. Third, build communities of the awakened. The Archons control through isolation. They want you believing you are alone in your knowing. You are not. There are millions awakening simultaneously across the planet. Find them, gather with them, create new structures built on gnosis, not belief, on sovereignty, not submission. This is the great work Jesus came to initiate, not a religion, a liberation movement. And 2,000 years later, it is finally reaching critical mass. You are part of that mass. You are the chosen ones he prepared for this exact moment. The monad call is not entertainment. It is not theory. It is operational spiritual technology that will transform your existence if you apply it with discipline and sincerity. The Archons have kept it hidden for 2 millennia because they knew that once enough humans activated it, their game would end. That time is now. The veil is thin, the grid is weak, and you are stronger than you have ever been. If this teaching resonates with you at the deepest level, if you feel the truth of it in your bones, leave a comment below saying, "I am monad." That declaration begins the activation process. It signals to the universe and to others here that you are ready to step into your true power. Share this video before it gets suppressed. Subscribe because we are deconstructing every Archonic control system and restoring the original teachings that set consciousness free. The Archons lose all control the moment you remember who you are, and you are remembering right now. Welcome home, Divine Spark. The monad has been calling you for lifetimes, and finally, you are ready to answer.